How to save my marriage from divorce. Your foundation is cracking. Better get that chisel out. The rising rates of divorce from across the country only prove how difficult it can be to maintain a relationship and how easy it is to wonder aloud how to save my marriage from divorce. But one thing people almost often forget is that there is a reason behind the relationship the two of you have built, in the first place. Today, when divorce attorneys abound and children know what alimony and custody means, what you should always keep in mind is that there is always hope for salvaging the bond built between you and your partner. How to save my marriage from divorce. Step 1. SLOOWDOWN. Almost all people today are harried by time and the pressures of speeding up everything the average person does in his time. Everything is done by the clock, and now, it is not just food that has found fast affixed before it. Many relationships are also forgetting that when it comes to people and the special bond of marriage, fast simply should not be found. It takes time to build relationships precisely because it takes time to know someone, and only after really and truly knowing someone can you love the person enough to start a marriage with. How to save my marriage from divorce. Step 2. Find your reasons. If you believe that you have taken the slow and steady approach to building a relationship, then you probably know a lot about the person you have fallen madly in love with, at least before. This is the key to finding out how to rebuild the relationship, the key answer to your ultimate question of how to save my marriage from divorce. When a house finds itself riddled with cracks, the most likely reason behind it is a problem with foundations. This actually applies to most marriages today. Find out what has happened to have altered and undermined the foundation where your marriage was built. Now, get back to the reason why, or talking with him about what he found so lovable in you so he can see that it is still there, and the both of you still have much to gain by maintaining the relationship. How to save my marriage from divorce. Step 3. Forgotten foundations. Most of the time, the problem with marriage is that one or the other has simply forgotten why they have decided to begin the relationship in the first place, and most can be remedied by studying this aspect. But sometimes even the foundations cannot help but need to be wholly rebuilt. Sometimes, it is also possible that the things your spouse adored in you, or which you love in your spouse, has changed. As people grow and as time happens, we cannot help but change and develop new perspectives and scales of values to be applied in life. What was once a desired trait in one of you may now be insignificant to the other. If so, work on building new and better foundations. Look and you will find that your partner has not really become totally undesirable, but that you simply have to look at the many other beautiful traits that you can like about him. How to save my marriage from divorce. Step 4. Take up the challenge.